So, last week I made the joke that Kevin Feige was about to quit Marvel and take up erotic bakery. I wasn't far from the truth. So, the excellent Bounding Into Comics have this rumor Kevin Feige to abandon Marvel Studios. He wants to be a number 2 at Disney. Kevin Feige wants to be a number 2. I'm from the UK, and if you go to the toilet for a number 2, then you do one of those. Anyway, let's jump into this and see what is being said. A new rumor claims that Kevin Feige is trying to move up the Walt Disney Company greasy pole and become the number 2. This new rumor comes from the Ankler edition. Jeff Snyder during an appearance on John Rocha's The Hot Mic Show. And there's a link to that in the Bounding Into Comics article. Snyder believes that Feige will leave Marvel Studios following the release of Fantastic Four and the X-Men into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He says, I do think you get Fantastic Four off the ground, you get X-Men off the ground, and you leave. He goes on to indicate that running Lucasfilm might be a possibility. Really? Before stating, I've heard that the job that Kevin has always coveted was that of Alan Bergman, who was basically like the number 2 at the studio. So the mouse, then a poo, and the poo gets replaced by a poo. Does Winnie the Pooh come into consideration at any point here? I don't know. Snyder continued, I think that maybe Kevin's thing being the creative, absolute head of the studio who can put his fingerprints on everything. Those dirty little fingers, those dirty, dirty, dirty little fingers. And leave maybe the business stuff to someone in the Iger type of seat who has to oversee parks and cruise ships and all that sort of word that I can't say on YouTube. And Kevin would just love to be the top of Disney. Snyder later asserts, basically what I'm getting at is that Feige wants to be a number 2. I just did the joke that in the UK a number 2's a poo, right? Is that the same in the US or in your country where you're from? I'd love to hear. Tell me in the comments. Is a number 2 a poo where you come from? Do you think Kevin Feige's a poo? Do you think Kevin Feige would make a good number 2 or even a good poo? Please let me know in the comments. The timing of this rumor is rather interesting as Marvel Studios is in a downward trend and there does not appear to be any light at the end of a very dark Kevin Feige bumhole-shaped tunnel. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is performing worse than any Marvel Studios release last year when it comes to box office gross. The film has only grossed $127.4 million domestically so far and a meager $287.8 million globally. And I went to see that movie. I did it on shrooms and I almost fell asleep. Oh, it was bad. Some of Marvel's 2022 releases have been described as anemic. Ooh, what a choice of words. Not only are Marvel Studios seeing significant declines at box office, but the more recent films are also some of the worst reviewed films from audiences. On IMDb, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania has a 6.5 review score. Oh, with Thor, Love and Thunder and The Eternals, which are tied for the worst rated films, with both receiving only 6.3 from audience scores. And Kevin Feige wants to be the number 2 at Disney. Well, Disney suck. Absolutely everything about Disney sucks. So I think he's in the right company. Maybe, I don't know, like Warner, Sony, maybe one of these other studios could, I don't know, come up with something original and put a marketing budget behind it and maybe drag audiences back into movie theaters with an original concept. Other recent releases such as Black Widow, Black Panther and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness are in the bottom 10 rated films on IMDb. Jeez. And these people look for pay rises and promotions. Could you imagine if you performed that bad in your job? What would happen to you? If you went into work next week and you just sucked the place out, what would happen to you? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, what do you think of this rumor? Do you think Kevin Feige is going to make a good number 2? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for the excellent Bound Into Comics for giving me the opportunity to use this awesome thumbnail again. Thank you so much, because I love this thumbnail. It's the best. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'd love it. Leave a comment below. I want to chat with you guys. Let's get some conversation going. I want to know you more. Okay, this is Apocalypse Tours. We're going to be back with another video right about now. Here. The little box somewhere. Click it. You'll love it. I promise you.